Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is the fourth video in our HTML course. If you haven't watched the first three videos yet, I highly recommend to check them before continuing this one. So in today's session, we are going to learn about HTML form tags and table tags. So let's get started. As well, I'll give a brief recap. In our previous video, we learned about the basic HTML tags such as heading tags and the paragraph tag, break tag, italic tag, underline tag. And in our lesson 2, we learned the button, images and the anchor tag. And lesson 3, that's our third video, we learned the div tag, input field and ordered as well as unordered list. Along with this, we did exercise to improve our HTML knowledge. So now in this video, we will move with form tags. So first, let's open a file for today's video. So you all know by now, by clicking this, you all can open a file. Let's type it as lesson 4 since it's our lesson 4. Okay, let's close it and let's close this as well. First, let's code the structure. But right now, you all have to know how to code the structure. Doc type HTML. So we learned this in the very first video. Then the HTML, then HTML. And in between HTML, you have to add the head and the body tag. Okay, you can select this and give some space by clicking the tab button. So a form. A form in HTML is a section of a web page where users can enter data. Now we have created the structure, so we'll see what is a form. So if you take form, in your day-to-day life, you all might have filled form. So just think of instances where you have filled a form when you're enrolling to a school or when you're enrolling to a university or when you're applying to a job. So in our day-to-day life, we fill forms. So form is like a container. There is like this. So think this is a paper. Form is like a paper. There is name and there is a box you have to fill it. Then there might be a telephone. So it differs. Each form there are different input elements. Then email address. Like that, there are a lot of things you have to fill. So form is like a container that holds all input elements. So it is used to collect and send users data to a server. It is used to collect data. It's like an application sheet. I told some real life instance as well. So if you take input field, we learned in our third video, in our previous video, input field. So input field, the difference between the input field is a single field where users enter data. If you all can remember, we made just a single field to enter users data, right? So this single field is only used inside the form. By using these fields, only a form is created. So with that, let's see how to create forms. So let's do an example. Let's start coding form. So you all, as you all know, you all have to code inside body. Click on form. Close it. So then in between this, we are going to code, right? Then let's type name. First we need name. Okay. Then we type input Then what type we need? So name is usually, you can check here the type. So name usually we need in text. Next we'll tell we need the email. Usually email. Then again you type input and type. Then you can select the type here. So if you type email, you will get it and close. Now let's see this in a web page. Now let's see the result. To see the result, open your folder. See lesson 4. Click on that. You can see you have input name and email. You can see your results. Now think if you want to take this email below. Usually in a form usually it comes below, right? Everything every input field come below each other. So let's try to take, mostly it comes like this, it comes below each other. So let's try to take now. Right now you all have to know what you all have to do for this. You all have to use the break element in between the name and the field with practice, and then you all can refresh. Okay, so to give more space, you all can use another break element, but when we use CSS, we will learn another CSS property for this. And refresh. Okay, if you want more space, you can give more break, but ideally 2 breaks is enough. Now, if I want to give telephone, okay, let's put 2 break, another 2 break, and you all try to practice the telephone. Yeah, telephone number. So input, type, and then you all can type. We need tell. There is something called tell. You can use that and close it and go and refresh. Okay. Now how we want to enter a placeholder. Can you remember inside the input field we entered a placeholder like that? We want to enter here a placeholder, enter your name. Here we want to give a placeholder, enter your email. Here enter your telephone number. So how to do that in this? If you all can remember the placeholder in previous video, we did that for the input fields. So placeholder, it's like you give a placeholder is inside the box. It gives a hint to the user so that user comes to know, I have to enter the name. So you have to type placeholder, enter your name and refresh. See, it will give a light text. So here you can give a placeholder, enter your email. That's not necessary, but I want to show in forms also you can use placeholder. Because here we are using an input field. So here by giving this you can refresh. But sorry, I have entered here, enter your email. It should be enter your telephone number. Okay, once you refresh it will change. Okay, here we gave the type, the input type tell. Okay, tell means telephone. So this says the browser, this field is for a telephone number. Here we, for email element, we gave the input type as email. So that tells the browser this field is for an email. And this says this is for a text. So then browser understands what it has to take. You want to enter a date. Okay, let's put 2 break tags. So later in CSS, you all will learn another property when we do the CSS course. So let's type date. Then you can here type. There is date and time as well. Let's type date for the time being. So refresh. You can choose a date. Think you want the time as well? I'll show you the time. Then you can enter time and put input type, time, and close it. So I didn't give placeholder. Okay. And then you can choose a time here. You can choose AM or PM, anything. Now here, if I want to show another one. I want to show another one. Here we have date and time local. See that what's so see what I'll show you. That choose date and time as well. So can choose like that. Today AM. Okay, done. See, so this is the way you can create a form. Now you all might have understood the difference between a form and input field. An input field is an element that comes inside a form. So form is a container which holds data, and input element is something inside a form. Delete this extra space. Learn tables. So after studying tables, we will combine forms and tables and do exercise. So table is used to display data in a row and column. So when you all visit websites, you all might have seen tables. There are tables as well as forms in some websites. See how to code a table in a website. So there is tags you all have to learn here. Table tag. The main container, everything has which should be coded for the table should go inside this tab. And then TR tab, table row, defines the row in each table. TH, table header, and TD, table data tag. So let's start coding. So let's first sketch the table in a side, and then it will be easy to code based on that. So let's assume we need name and we need age. We need the city as well, right? We need the name, age, and city. And we'll give some names. We'll give Tom, John, and we'll give the age here 18, here 22, and city will give Colombo, and we'll give Candy. Okay, now we are going to code this table in our web page, right? Right table. So inside this opening and closing table tag only, we are going to code everything what's related to table. Then TR, that TR stands for table row. So first table row, this is a row, right? In a table, if you all know what's a row. First, we have to know how to identify a table row. So whatever comes inside the table row should come here. So we have here one table row, 2 and 3. We have 3 table rows. Then how many columns do we have? Columns is like one column, again two column, we have three columns. So column, and here columns are vertical and rows are horizontal.
Now I'll remove these arrows.
Now whatever comes horizontal. Now we are going to name all the table rows. So first table row is name, age, city. Right, first table row is name, age, city. So we will put that in TH tag. So what is a TH tag? TH is table header. So what comes in this? These are the headings, no? So we have to use table header. Name, age, city comes for table header. So name. Now let's refresh and check. See.
Still the table is not made.
Then we will open another TH for age. We have to open 3 TH tags because there are 3 table headings. City. Okay. We are done with one table row. Now we have to go for the second table row. For that we open another TR tag. We have to open another TR tag. So next, these are data. So this is heading, name, age, city is heading. Tom, 18, Colombo, John, 22, Candy. These are called table data. So now it's table data. Now, so in between TR, we have to open TD tags and enter for each data one TD tag. So Tom. So next table data is 18. This way we are going horizontally because it comes inside between table row. Next TD 18. Next another TD tag. You have to open table data tag for each and every data. Colombo. Okay. Now let's refresh and check. You all have got something like this. So you all can give more space. Let's give more space. You all can go here and put 2 break tags. Otherwise, it's kind of confusing. Okay. And next, see, I'm coding it in between the table tags. If you can see, I'm coding it in between the opening and closing tag. And here table row, I used one table row for the first table row. First row, name, age, city. And name, age, city, I wrote between table heading. Then I opened another I closed it. I closed the first table row tag I opened, and I opened the second table row tag, and I used table data to enter Tom 18 Colombo. Then I closed the table row. Now I have to code the last row, John 22 Candy. So I will open another TR tag and I will code TD John. Then 22, you have to go with you have to go in the order. John 22 Candy. And then Candy. Refresh. You have got the same table. You can see the output. It has come almost same, but here there are lines. Right? How to take that is you have to go to your table opening tag and keep a space type border, and then you can enter 1. So what does border 1 means? Border 1 means it will add a visible line around the table and its cells. So see, when you refresh, now it's like this. Once you refresh, it has added a visible line around the table and the cell. So here 1 means thickness level is 1. So if you give 0, you can give 0. So see what happens if you give 0. There won't be any lines, right? 2, there would be more thickness. Wait, I'll show. Refresh. See, the thickness increased. I hope you all can see. See, third thickness increased. So, it just controls the table looks. So, table tag. This table tag we created helps the browser creates a table structure so that browser understands it's a table structure. Again, I'll explain the table tag. We take table by, we code row by row. So here there are 3 rows. You can see first row, second row and the third row. This is the first row, this is the second row and this is the third row. Right? So first we have to add the table in between. Before coding we have to add the table tags. You can see I have added the table tags, right? Let's leave. Okay. I have added the table tags. Then now we are coding row by row. To code this one, we opened a TR, table row tag, and then since name, age, city, these are heading, we opened TH and added name, TH for age, again we closed it, again another TH, city, and then we closed the TR because now we are done coding with the first part. We are done coding this, right? Now we opened another TR tag to code the second row. Then these are not headings. Tom, 18 column, these are not headings. So we can't use TH. We have to open table data and first code Tom data. Tom. Then again close it. Close TD tag. Open another TD. 18. Another table data. TD stands for table data. And then again that row is we are once we are done coding that, we close the table row tag. So we have done this. Now we open a last TR tag. Since there are 3 columns, only 3 TR tags. Once you are done coding with this, you open for this one. Wait, I'll show in another marker. I'll use another color. Okay. You opened one for this row. You code these stuff and then you're closing it. See, you have closed it. You close and then for the last one you open a new one. That's how it works. But these are being coded in between the table tag. Now we are opening another TR tag for the last one. And these are also table data. We code as John 22 Candy. Then we close the TR. And finally, you can see the table tag has been already closed. This is how we code. And if you want to add visible lines like this, you can give border, and based on the thickness you need, you can give the thickness. So it covers the cells as well as the table around the visible lines. So it makes clear. So this is how to code a table. So in between the table tag, based on how many TR tags you need, you open and close. So this column is getting closed, then you close the TR tag and open the next one. And we use for headings TH tag. These data we use TD tag, that stands for table data. TH stands for table heading. TR stands for table row. I hope you got an idea with that. So we will do another small exercise for table tags. So now let's name a file and do the exercise. So it will make clear. Table. You can use dash to name a file. It's recommended, or a underscore numbers. So since we are only working with table, we'll name it as table exercise.html before we move on to our last exercise. Let's close this. Now you'll try to code this structure. Okay, now first let's open this in our web browser. You all can see there is table exercise. Open that. Now let's give a heading. Let's close this. Give a title. Let's give a title. Let's give as table exercise, right? Let's give a table exercise. By now you all know you all have to code the in between the head opening and closing tag, and you all have to open a title tag for that. We learned these things in our first video. Refresh, you can see the title changed. Now I'll draw the structure so that you all get an idea. A structure, product, price, quantity. I'm not going to write in full form. So while we are coding, we'll write it. Pen and book. We'll just take the price as 50. This is price, right? And book 200. Quantity 10, and here 5. Okay, product, price, quantity. Now let's go on. How many rows we have? So we have 1 row, we have 2 row, we have another 3rd row. Okay, now let's start coding inside the body. So we'll keep a space between head and body. We have to name it table. Now I'm not giving the border right now. First, I will open a tr tag for the first row. Tr. And in between tr, I will open 3 th tag. One for product, one for price, one for quantity. I have to code that in between my first tr opening and closing tag. So let's start coding. Product, th is table heading. Right now you all have to know. Next, price. And next, tr, quantity. Okay, now go to your web page, refresh. You all can see. Okay. Sorry, here I have given a tr. That's what it's not. It has gone below. Okay. Now it's perfect. See, the heading tags are bold if you notice. Now we will open another tr tag. Once this is closed, we will open another tr tag for our second row, that is 10, 50, 10. To enter that, we'll type tr, and what will we should we use th or td? We will use td since these are data. Td, 10, td, 50, and we are doing it this way, right? We are coding row by row. td 100. Okay, go to your web page, refresh. Okay, now are we coding the next one here? No, right? We will open another tr tag and we will code the remaining one. So we will open td. We need 3 td, book, For book, 200, and for 5. TD, 200. TD is table data tag, 5. Okay. And let's give a border thickness of 3. So go to your table, opening a tag, click a space. When you type border, you will get the word, click enter, and then you can type the 3 or based on your preference. It will wrap up. So this is the way to create a table. Now I think from this you all understood more. Okay, now from what we have learned so far, we will do an exercise. So we have learned forms and tables. From that, we will do an exercise. So we are going to build up a student registration form web page, file, and let's start coding. So, by clicking this, you can open a file, and then by pressing this, you can open. So since it's related to student registration form, let's name it as student.html. Student.html. Right? And then let's close this. And now let's write the structure. By now you all have to know how to write the structure. Okay, we have coded the structure. Now, after coding the structure, we'll open this in a web page. Student.html. So we are going to open it in our web browser. Okay, I'll keep it like this so it's easy to compare. So first, what am I going to do is I'm going to change the title. So here it's the student.html. Let's change it to student registration. So you can come here, type title. We are going to change the title to student registration. Okay, all right. Go and refresh. Once you refresh, you can see the results. Okay. Now we are going to give a heading. So before giving the heading, you all might have learned div right now. In our previous video, we learned div. So we'll see how many div we need to build this code. Let's see how many divs we need. So here we need one div. For the student registration form, we need one div. And for registered student, we need another div. So we need two divs. So all these codes will come inside the first div, and then we will close it and open another div for this. Okay, let's start coding. So we need two divs.
So now we will give a heading tag. So for student registration form, usually for this we use a H1 or a H2 tag. Let's give H1 and check, and later if we want we can change.
Let's give H1 and check, if not we can change. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, it's kind of large. So we'll give H2 and we have to write as a student registration form. Let's write the word form. Okay, here let's give H2. Okay, so make sure if you change the opening tag to change the closing tag as well. Let's refresh. Okay, it's perfect. Now we are going to give the form tag. Right. Let's name, code the form tag form. Okay. So in between form, we have the name, name, age, and class. So we have to type name and then input, type. You all know usually name, if you take, it's come under text. So you can use text. Okay. And then you are going to give 2 break tags. You can write like this, it's cleaner. And age, let's see till now. We'll refresh and check our results. Okay, perfect. And age, so age is a number. We can give the age as a number, the type number. Okay, now see, once you refresh, you can see the top arrow. You can increase the number. Below, you can decrease. Next, class. Class, again, it's a text. Before giving class, you have to add 2 break tags. If not, it will come beside the age. Sorry, type is text. Here, type text. Okay, refresh. Okay, next we have what are these called? These are called as radio buttons. So how to do a radio button? Wait, I'll show. Let's code the radio button. So here radio button, to code that, you have to use 2 break tags first, as, and then gender, and then input, type, and then you can use here radio. The type, you have to use radio to get the button, and then name. Then you have to type something, name, in this radio buttons. So name is an attribute where you can group the radio buttons together. So it identifies these are together. So you can give the name, since it's related to gender. You can give the name as gender. And once you close, okay, once you close, see, once you close, you have to type male. Then only it will show. Then only it will show the word. See? Okay, same thing. You have to now type for female. Right? Input type female. So you can take this code and copy. Not the whole thing. We need only the input type. Copy that and paste it below and name it as female. And copy and paste the code. Let's refresh. Okay, perfect. We have got. So these are called radio buttons. In radio buttons, you can only choose one option. You can't choose both. There is something called checkbox. Checkbox, we can choose both the options. So after doing this exercise, we'll learn little bit about radio buttons and checkbox. Now we need a submit button. So we'll use 2BR again, 2 break tags to keep some space. And then button submit. This is not clickable, by the way. This web page is not clickable. Buttons are not clickable. To make it clickable, we have to learn JavaScript. To make our website interactive, we will learn JavaScript later. So we are done with the first part. Now I want to leave some space to make this code neat. I want some space, to give some space, so I can select whatever I want and press the tab button. Okay, I press the tab button twice, so it gave 4 spaces. If I type once, it will give 2 spaces. I click twice, so it gave 4 spaces. Here we haven't opened a div. Can you see? So we need to open a div. So let's select and put these footer codes in one div. Let's put it inside the div and paste it. Okay. You can see now this part. This part code, we took it inside one div, right? This is coming inside one div. Now to open this, we will use another div. So what does div do? Why do you need div? Div doesn't make any change in code. So if you all checked my previous video, if you all have checked that, you all know right now what is div. But I'll explain a little. Div is a container which is used to group and organize same HTML elements. So here we use one div because here it's all belong to student registration form. Here we coded here. This we use one div and coded because this is all related. These name, age, these are all related to the form. But here it's a table. So I will use another div. So later when we apply CSS, we can apply for this property and this separately another property. So div is like a container where you can group or organize HTML elements together. Now see here, by having this div, what is the advantage? We know that this div, inside this div, we have all the form code. Now we will open another div to have all the table code. Okay, now I'll take little I'll keep my screen like this. Because then I can easily check the table and code. Now you can say registered students and student registration form almost have the same font. So we will use the H2 tag for that. Okay, now to code the table, you all know we have to use table tag. So inside that all the table codes would come. Now, what do we use for name, age? How many rows are there? First, you have to check how many rows are there. In here, there are 1 row and 2 rows. First row and second row. So, we will have 2 tr tag. Right? And here, name, age, class, gender, we will use th because it's table heading. Here, John 1510 male, we will use here table data tag because those are related to table data. Okay. So first let's code the first row. We usually code row by row. So let's open tr and th, name, and we will close the th, open another th for age. So each heading we have to open a th tag. And again th, class, again another th, gender. Okay, since we are done with the first row, we will leave this, we will close the tr which has automatically closed, and we will open another tr tag for our second row. So to code each and every row, you have to open a separate tr tag, and then we'll start coding the data. TD, you have to go horizontally, code horizontally. John, next. After John, 15. Another TD tag, so we need 4 TD tags. 10 and last TD tag, male. So we didn't give the border yet, but without giving the border, let's check the output. So here without refreshing, once I refresh, you will get like this. Now let's add a border. Let's add border 1. Add border, click on this border 1, refresh. You can see the results. We have successfully done the exercise. You can see we have successfully coded. We have got the same output. Now let's little bit learn about checkbox and radio buttons. So let's take the lesson 4. Okay, so what is checkbox and radio buttons? What can you think about a checkbox and a radio button? So mostly checkbox and radio buttons are used inside the form to collect users' input, but they can also be used outside the form on a web page for a setting, filter, preferences. For these also you can use. So checkbox, you can select more than one option. Commonly used in forms, but they are in web pages as well. Radio buttons, in radio button you can only select one option. Now this was a radio button here. So this was a radio button. You can only choose one, right? In radio button you can choose only one option from a group. Commonly used in forms but also used in other places. So let's see how to.
So now we know how to code a radio button. Let's see how to code a checkbox. Now let's open this in our browser.
So click on lesson 4. Yeah. Now since we don't need student registration form, we can close this. Below the table, I'll give 2 break tag to keep some space. Again, for checkbox, you have to give input type. Here there is checkbox. Here, click on that. And here you can give, you can close and type what you want to write in front of the checkbox. See, refresh. Okay, you can click like that. You can choose many options. So let's give a title hobbies and let's name some hobbies. Let's name it hobbies and click this, and I'll copy this same code and let's give more hobbies, but you all try practicing by writing the code. If you are copy and paste, you all won't have enough practice. Reading and refresh the web page and check. See, hobbies, reading, okay. So when you close this and write whatever you write in front of this, that word only can be displayed. So next we'll write another hobby, music. Let's write another hobby, music, and refresh. Now what I want to show, in checkbox you can select all 3. If you need, you can select all 3 hobbies, or you can select only 2 hobbies. You can select more than one option, but if you come to radio button, you can only choose one. So radio button we have done. Radio buttons we practice in form. So this is how checkbox work. So let's quickly recap what we have done so far. So today we learned forms and tables. We learned the TR, TH, TD tag, and we did a table exercise related to table, and we did another exercise to student registration form. And here we learn the radio buttons, and now we learn the checkbox. So I hope this video was helpful. If the video was helpful, please subscribe, like and share. Thank you.